This is Hidden Killers Week in Review.
A look back at the most prolific stories of the week.
The Bryan Kohberger trial is going to go on as planned. The motion to continue has been denied. What happened, what it means, and what's next? That's what we're about to break down right here. I'm Tony Brueski. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to let us know what you think in the comments section about the motion to continue being denied by Judge Stephen Hippler. Is this the right choice? Is this the wrong choice? Is this the let's get on with the show choice? What's your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section on YouTube. If you're on the podcast platforms, awesome. Thank you. Please hit subscribe right there. If you want to interact, our YouTube platform is the best place to do it in our comment section there. So please do check us out. Just search Hidden Killers with Tony Brueski on YouTube to get over there. So let's get into this thing. Judge Stephen Hippler, he is obviously our judge. What's going on here? The motion to continue. Basically meaning they need more time. We want more time. Kohberger requested the trial be delayed based on three main arguments. Some discovery challenges. They argued an overwhelming amount of discovery made it impossible for defense counsel to review it adequately in time. There was mitigation investigations as well. Claimed that additional time was needed for penalty phase mitigation investigations into Kohberger's life and psychological history. They said they needed this. It was fair. We need to dive deeper because we may need to get a doctor for this or that to prove. And they said, no, you're good. They also cited pretrial publicity. They argued recent and upcoming media coverage prejudiced Kohberger's ability to get a fair trial. You know, there's been a lot. There was a Dateline thing. There's been, basically everything and everyone who talks about this. It is a big deal, but that doesn't mean you can't go to trial. That's kind of come on. You're going to have to go to trial. You can't be like, there's too much media coverage. You're free. Can you imagine if that was a thing? Be like people be campaigning to media companies. I'll give you to be bribing to cover the story more and more. So the state's response to the issue of media coverage, well, they argued the motion was ultimately very untimely and pretty much lacked sufficient proof that Kohberger's rights would be prejudiced if the trial date remained unchanged. And they said about the, media stuff, trials go on. It will be fine. You've already moved it here. So overall, the court's analysis and decision on this, the discovery review, the Kohberger had argued that extensive discovery hindered that adequate preparation. The court dismissed the claim, noting that the defense previously raised the issue unsuccessfully 2 months prior. Remember that? I know, it seems like it was so long ago. The defense failed to identify what discovery specifically remained unreviewed and why it was important, something the court said, you kind of got to let us know what. You can't just say there's stuff. The court viewed complaints as tactical delay rather than legitimate prejudice. The mitigation evidence investigation that went on, Kohberger claimed further time was needed for comprehensive investigation into his life history to prepare for the penalty phase if convicted. The court rejected that claim too, stating constitutional obligations only require a reasonable investigation, not exhaustive exploration of Kohberger's entire life. Extensive work already has been done by the defense, including interviews with family, friends, teachers, employers, mental health experts, all the women that thought he was creepy, those folks. Additional investigative claims were considered speculative and lacked clear plans or timeframes. The court emphasized the mitigation team had already extensively covered numerous areas of Kohberger's history. The pretrial publicity issue with Kohberger highlighted extensive media coverage, NBC, Dateline, upcoming Amazon docuseries, and James Patterson's book would prejudice jurors. The court disagreed. They said the Sixth Amendment does not guarantee jurors know nothing about a case, only that they can be impartial despite any preconceived notions. And proper voir dire, jury questioning, can sufficiently mitigate publicity effects. Media attention around high-profile cases rarely diminishes over time. A continuance would only prolong the potentially endless coverage that this will continue to get, and potentially amplify the coverage as well. Some other issues were addressed. The leaks in the media. Kohberger argued that the trial should pause for investigation into the leaks. The court found this speculative, noting no guarantee leaks would ever be discovered or material enough to impact trial timeframes. And then the argument of the victim's rights. Idaho law guarantees timely disposition of cases for victims. Though federal constitutional rights prevail, timely resolution supports proceeding as scheduled. In the end, on this motion, Judge Stephen Hippler explicitly denied Kohberger's motion to continue, stating no constitutional or substantial rights prejudice was demonstrated by the defense to justify delaying the trial. So what it means going forward? Quite simply, the trial proceeds as originally scheduled. The defense is expected to rely heavily on the substantial investigative groundwork already completed. Voir dire processes will be crucial to ensure impartial jury selection, given the media attention, and the defense must adjust their strategies without expecting more investigative or review time. Detailed breakdown covers the rationale behind the judge's decision and the highlights the substantial groundwork already laid out by Kohberger's defense. The court firmly viewed the continuance motion as unsupported by sufficient evidence or rationale to justify any further delays. There you go. Trial is planned. It is moved by just a few days, but like literally just a few days. I don't have that in front of me at this second, but that has occurred. But again, we're talking a few days, and it's more so nothing to do with the request. They just needed to do it. So that's there. And that's the latest on the filings that we've seen in the Kohberger case. These all came down here on the 26th of June of 2025, if you're looking back in history and trying to put the pieces together. There you go. In the comment section on YouTube, let me know what you think of this. Right choice, wrong choice. You tell me. There in the comments on YouTube. If you're not there already, just search Hidden Killers with Tony Brueski and you'll find us. Hit subscribe wherever you're watching or listening to this. We do greatly appreciate that. And if you want to get in on getting all of our videos on YouTube before everybody else and get in on commenting and everything first and giving your 2 cents before everybody else, you should then become a premium subscriber of ours at Hidden Killers with Tony Brueski. Just like I said, YouTube, find it, and then you subscribe. You become the premium subscriber. You get all of that stuff well in advance as a thank you for your support, and it helps keep this program alive. So I do greatly appreciate that. Check that out on YouTube. And there's other cool things we're going to have as well. So until next time, I am Tony Brueski. We will talk again real soon.
Want to stay on top of the latest true crime cases? Press subscribe now and never miss a breaking update from the Hidden Killers podcast and True Crime Today.